What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we got that special something because Jade has dropped her new single, Fantasy. You guys know I love Jade. I'm a huge fan of Little Mix, and I have been hyping up this era of Jade so much because I cannot wait for this record. So before we dive into this, I just want to ask you guys to check out Patreon. The videos I do over here aren't monetized, and that's okay. But if y'all care and you want to support the channel at all so that I can continue to make these awesome videos, I have a really cool collection of content over on Patreon. So much more than just coming over and supporting me, but I try to give back. So there's a lot of content over there. And if you're a fan of Little Mix like I am, I have really fun videos over there. Long documentaries. We watched the LM5 tour, which was sick. We did the records. We're going to be doing the solo albums as they come out. I just feel like there's a lot of cool stuff over there. So if you want to support me, links in the description, but you do not have to. I am excited to dive into Fantasy because I love Jade so much. So let's do it. Heavy synthesizer. You know what's really cool about what Jade is showing off right now? It's that there is no one like apparent sound for her. And I think that's really important when it comes to putting out a debut album when it's solo work. I've talked about this so many times with so many artists that have done it, but you want to show a range. You want to show yourself discovering all the sounds you want to make, but you also want to showcase a nice range just to show like your versatility, because you're putting an album out because you want to, but there's also like a promotional piece to it, right? Because at the end of the day, you're putting out work that has you all over it for the masses to hear, right? If you want people to buy the album, you're going to want them to hear songs that they like. So I love that Jade has so much versatility in just the tracks she's already put out. Did she say, wait, did she say bring all that freaky shit to me? Hold on. I think that's what she said. Oh, yeah. Those drums are so interesting. Da, da. She picked a really good instrumental for this too. I love how much the synthesizers are able to breathe in this. They've got a really good way. I feel like when you're using synths like this, it's got a really good way of creating that fantasy-like track. So I love that it's just on par with the track name because it's so accurate. Also, look at that. The studio is waking up as we speak. Uh-oh. No. Oh, so 80s. Man, her voice is like so good at carrying that like that 80s. It's got like this, it's obviously synth heavy. It's got like a new wave kind of sound to it too, but then it's got this very like dream like pop sound. And I love that her voice is matching that style so much. It feels in a sense very like very fluid, very dreamlike. Oh, this is sick. Kind of cool because like in that moment, like just now, I feel like it gives me 90s pop over an 80s instrumental, or like an 80s synth heavy instrumental, which is really cool to see the blend of generations at like happening at that time. That bass comes in so smooth. Dude, hold on, that last note she hits in the back, don't hide that. Hold on. Woo! Dude, I feel like modern day music's so fucking cool because like the possibilities are limitless. Like everybody's tried things throughout all the like eras of music that led us to here. And I love that like pop music right now feels like it can really catch almost any genre. And I'm so thankful for that. As someone whose music taste has been likened to essentially just a jumbled salad, I feel like this, like, for me, that kind of stuff is what stimulates my brain. It's what makes the little parts of my brain feel tingly. And I think it comes down to the fact that, like, for example, in this song called Fantasy. So you want to have the synth, you want to have like that heavy atmosphere building. You want these like these synths to kind of just like live on their own. And this song does that so well. So it creates a really awesome like soundscape. And what I really love is that Jade comes in with this almost like 80s, 90s sort of like vocal delivery. And it's really cool because, again, it has that dreamlike kind of feel to it. She sounds like she is such an incredible vocalist. So her trying out different sounds and putting her voice over these things is really cool to see as a fan. But it also definitely leaves you wondering what this whole album is going to sound like. While I will say that there is like a consistency when it comes to like the synths and like some of the vocal sound. You know, this song is a little bit closer to Midnight Cowboy, I would say, than other things that I've heard. But then, like, you know, that sort of dreamlike feel like Angel of My Dreams has kind of plugs back into this. So I do feel like we're going to be getting a concise sound through it, but I'm also really looking forward to how she executes it. I feel like this is a really big deal. A lot of eyes are going to be on this record, I think, because Little Mix literally is such a fucking cool group. And like, they were still killing it when they you know, decided to put out some solo work. And so like there's a lot of people that are impatiently waiting for more music from the girls, and I will support the Little Mix girls, dude, so hard, because I fucking love them. I love how much empowerment they have, all that shit. So the fact that in the solo we're going to be getting that same shit is true, because in this song, listen to the lyrics, at least from what I could decipher, it sounded to me like saying like, which plugs in with the lyrics pretty well when it comes to the sound of this, but the idea of like having this, you have such a connection with somebody that they are such a fantasy. It's this dream to be with, and so kind of like all these things that you would do. You know what it's like when you're talking to somebody or when you're dating somebody and you haven't quite like hooked up, or you haven't had that moment, but you both have like thought about it so much. And I think that Jade like executes what that feels like, of like, you're thinking so much about this, you're building it up, and it becomes this dreamlike thing in your mind. And then, you know, she makes it just fucking stand out on this track. Also, I will say from a production standpoint, that last vocal should have been on like the main line. That did not need to be an ad lib. I think she should have just hit that shit. I know it probably would have taken away from the overall sound of the song, but goddamn, it was too good of a vocal to not put on the forefront. But I'm looking forward to Jade's record. I hope you guys are as well. Make sure you guys drop a like. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.